No, I'm good. Thank you, guys. All right, welcome to the live stream. We're just closing up. The last couple of customers are leaving.
Is someone on there?
Yes, I don't know who yet.
Oh.
Joel.
Joel. It's Joel.
Okay.
Get these copepods, mixture of
I wasn't gonna
all the
say.
copepods.
All 5 species.
All
There
5.
are other species, but this does have 5 of them in there.
Yes.
Wait, so
Do you want to
can't-
say hi too?
Hi.
8 ounce
See
or a
who's on the
16 ounce for a cheap price of $17.99 or
It does-
$31.99. We also have blue hypnea macroalgae. It's kind of red.
It truly is blue if you put it under blue light.
Okay, maybe we'll take a
Joel's
look.
gonna tell me my
Then
hair's
we
blue.
have Graciela.
Yep, Gracilaria. It's one of the red stick Gracilarias, so it's a unique species.
Not the pom-pom.
Joel, yes, high protein beverage. I guess it would be high protein.
Powerade.
Don't drink this. Your stomach will probably have to get pumped.
Oh.
That's all salt water.
Wow.
Anyway. All right, you guys have a wonderful night. Bye. Thank you. All right, yes, we just got a full restock on copepods and phyto from JJ Reefs. If any of you are down in the Illinois, Chicagoland area, go ahead and check them out. They're in Northbrook, Illinois. They have amazing stuff. They know their stuff. They're great. I highly recommend anybody check them out. And they culture pods and phyto for us. They also sell it there at their store, but they graciously set up a system with us for us to get them, because we just do not have the time or the area to do that well. My little nano tank's looking good today. I tried purple stylophora in this tiny little speck tank, and it's actually doing really well. So that truly is an SPS coral, and it's still fluffy, it's still happy, and that rock flower is really happy. The hammer is not so happy, but this little clown keeps trying to be inside of it like an anemone. It really wants that coral to host it. And the coral just isn't about that life. Here's our Blenny. He's gonna eat his little algae spot there. Alright, so kind of making up for 2 weeks here on Saltwater Livestream Livestock. And most of the fish I really wanted to highlight tonight sold. Sorry, guys. There are some still cool things to show, though. There is a Crocea clam still in here. I know I've highlighted that one before. It's not showing as bright blue because we have it under a lower light. They can be under lower light if you feed them well, and we feed this tank pretty heavily, especially because of these 3 Cynarinas back here. We still have some nice Florida Recordias. There is, hiding behind our Trachophilia corals here, there is a St. Thomas mushroom. That's one of my favorites. And currently our rock flowers are starting to get picked over, but we still have some red ones. They're just smaller. They are still the same price because we pay the same price whether they're large or tiny. The larger ones tend to be the males. If you are trying to get a garden of rock flowers, get different sizes, because then you'll get males and females and they will breed, and then you will just have more and more rock flowers eventually. Here's our little ugly phase tank. For those of you who do not know, we're doing a little series on this tank and all the ugly stages and how to combat them. This is the only tank I've ever been like, oh man, it's not that ugly, because I really want this to just have an outbreak of something that I have to fight and like show you guys how to do it. Corals do not have genders, Joel, but anemones, certain anemones can. I also put this tiny, it was my idea, but Ross helped me out. Ross actually added this guy. This is a tiny little captive bred filefish, and he's so itty bitty. I was terrified of putting him in one of the normal sail tanks and him just being lost or swept into an overflow or who knows what. So he's actually just gonna hang out in here for a while. He is a regular Aptasia eating filefish, so he's gonna get quite large, but he's just a pipsqueak right now. It's so cute. Look at it. It's like a floating cornflake. There also is a Pictus Blenny that was recently added in here, who is not gonna show his face right now because he's afraid of the camera. In the Easy Coral tank, we still have some nice Blastos, some candy canes. We have the many-headed Duncans and then the single-headed Duncans. The Rhodactis Mushroom C grade, those are the $30. I do have a new fancy Rhodactis back there. I can't remember the name of it. That's going to be the next grade up though. That's going to be a little bit pricier Rhodactis, but I'll have that one priced out tomorrow for you guys. And then we have all of the Discosomas back there, along with a baby mandarin hanging out in them. That's one of the fattest baby mandarins we have. Once again, for those of you waiting on the baby mandarins, if you have a small tank, they're honestly ready to go. But if you have a big tank and you're worried about that thing dying because of being outcompeted for food or just blown around by your big wave makers, don't worry. I even still have some baby mandarins in backstock in the basement. There are plenty of them. We can get you a mandarin. These mangroves are doing so well. This is our kind of experimental sump going on down here. There's also these zoanthids. They don't show very good colors because they're under red light majority of the time, but they're in there basically to help with filtration. There was a green Silipora right there that is now gone, and I'm going to blame the urchins. Darn urchins. I love urchins, but even things that have been glued down for months, all of a sudden get knocked off and pushed around because of them. And I don't... Hi, buddy. I don't see it. Oh, maybe that's it. It's not looking good. That's definitely a bleached coral. You, right there. You killed a coral. Congratulations. If they didn't do such a good job, I would fire them, and they would go in a sail tank. Okay, so for fish that we have for sale, we still have all the naked clownfish, which are being so nice to each other. They're so sweet, even though some of them are huge. Like, this is definitely the big female in the group, but they still just get along. We have the Scopus tang and the juvenile lunar wrasse, and there is now a new fish in here. There's an indigo dottyback that has been added to this tank. Down here, we still have the lieutenant tang. This guy needs a home. And still have the Queen Formosa wrasse and the Miniatus grouper. Oh, there he is. He's peeking his little face over that rock right there. If you guys don't know what a Miniatus grouper looks like, you should research them up. They're bright orange with blue spots. Yeah, Tim, that's not a shock. Joel was here right away. Although, Tim, were you here right away? Were you just hanging out in the background? We have these longfin clowns. And there still is the rhino blenny in here. And sometimes he comes up and perches right here on this like little curve. And it's so cute. If any of you want a very unique blenny that will get braver and come out more, but they're still rock hoppers. They're not free swimmers. Look up a rhinoceros blenny. They have this little horn on their head. He is, you can't see him. He's hiding back behind that rock. Or sorry, behind the plant in the way back. We have so many cleaner wrasse. I'm just going to say, there's a lot of cleaner wrasse. Come check them out. There's a tiny little fox-faced rabbitfish. It's so cute. And he's really freaked out by the camera. This is how most foxface are. They're bright yellow and they're brave fish for the most part, and they're out and around and they're peaceful and they get in between other fish when they fight. But then a human comes up to the tank with anything weird like a camera, or just you if they're not used to you yet, and they go into hide mode. Look at him go camo. He's gonna get those black splotches. His head's gonna get gray. He's gonna be like, I look like a rock. But if you're not familiar with the fish, you're gonna think that fish is dying. It's not dying. And he smushed himself up against the side, because in the reef, they smush themselves up against the rock, they turn mottled, and all of a sudden you can't see the fish. That is what Roger is. But Roger is not a normal fox face and is afraid of nothing, and you will never see him in his camo colors. We have this little Caribbean sharp-nosed puffer. It is so cute. This is not a shy fish. In fact, when Steve and James were redoing the plumbing in the front room, and I was back there for a little bit helping them put one piece of PVC way up on the ceiling, it was really funny because like Steve was focused, it was warm back there, he'd already been working several hours. You know what I mean? Like plumbing projects are not fun. And I just started laughing because Steve's so focused and he's up on these tanks, like he's standing on top of tanks, reaching up, and his face was really close to the tank, the quarantine tank this guy was in because he was in the top row, and he was just like right in Steve's face, like, hey, look at me, hello, feed me, I'm right here. And I was just laughing. I'm like, that puffer is not afraid of you. He wants attention. Oh yeah, he thought they were there just for him. Anyway, Steve, if you're watching this, and James, really appreciate all the work you guys did in the front room for the plumbing. That's huge. We got our new saltwater vat up and running, and it works fantastically. I love it. We don't have to lift salt bags up a ladder anymore. Gem tang still going on here. Still have these storm clowns. I like that one. There is still that flasher wrasse, that line spot flasher wrasse. The black storms. No remoras. We will never have any remoras. Still have a Tamini tang. Look at him doing his job, cleaning the back wall. They are technically one of the bristle-tooth tangs, so they have those little comb teeth, or those bristle teeth, that are designed to just scrape algae off of rocks. Love them. Still have some Springer damsels. These damsels are great. They don't get as mean as the normal damsel stereotype. They stay small. You can have just one. These guys would be okay as the pair of them though. You could have two. And they destroy flatworms. They're really good in coral tanks. They'll eat other things besides flatworms, but they're a really great coral cleaner. Flatworms, nudibranchs, they're very similar to having like a little wrasse in the tank, like a little yellow chorus wrasse. Same thing. These guys will go around and clean all your corals up. Hey Adrian, welcome back. Adrian, I don't know. The three stripes are a different family. They're aggressive. Sorry, Kara, back to this guy. They don't get that big. They're 2, maybe 3 inches max. That's it. It's one of the smaller puffers. Because it's smaller, the hardest thing with these guys is keeping their beak worn down, because they can't eat like a full clam on the half shell, but you still need to wear down their beak. I've had too many people bring me puffers within this category, the Toby puffers, and their beaks are overgrown, and I try to save them, and I have yet to ever save one that's beak was already so grown its mouth was stuck open. So the best way to keep these guys living a long happy life is to feed occasionally cleanup crew for them, like get some tiny little blue legs and get some tiny little snails. And most people don't want them cleaning up their cleanup crew or eating their cleanup crew. I get it, but like put cleanup crew in there and let them naturally weed some of them down and chew on their shells. Have of course, our regular clowns. The black and white bedazzled fish with the pretty fins. Black and white, but I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, are you talking about like what was in this tank? Those marine bettas? I bet you're talking about the marine bettas. The little captive bred ones? If that's what you're talking about, those sold a long time ago, and I have not been able to get some in a long time. ORA, you're probably not watching this, but ORA, work on breeding more. I'm sure they are. It's up to whether their fish actually want to breed or not. It is so tricky to captive breed saltwater fish. We have some different types of rabbitfish out. So this is a scribbled rabbitfish, Or is this the 2-bar? I don't remember. It's one of the two. They're very, very similar to each other. Top tank closer to coral. I'm going to have to check that out. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, well, Joel knows the gem tang. Joel, are you talking about the gem tang? The expensive one? Like this guy? But the other one, that's the exact same fish? I don't know. We have another rabbit fish. All right, I'm gonna get him the turn because he has a very unique feature. So you look at this side and go, that is a 1-spot rabbit fish. Amanda, what are you doing? You have him marked as a fox-face low. And then he turns around to this side and you go, wait a second, there's no spot. Someone come get this very unique rabbit fish that might still change and literally grow another spot on the other side. But it is a true 1-spot rabbit fish. It only has 1 spot. The other side, there's no spots. There also is a hippo tang, but this one's actually unique. This is a yellow belly hippo tang. So some people are gonna look at this and go, something's wrong with it. Its belly is a different color. It must be sick. I bet that's parasites. No, it's actually just changing color. They're born bright, bright blue. They look just like the regular hippo tangs, and then as they become adults, that actually turns yellow. So it's slowly changing already. And we have a pair of our Miss Bar black clownfish in there because these guys are starting to get mean. I had said they're so sweet, they don't pick on each other, they've been so good, and then they decided to go against what I said, and now they're becoming really mean, and the littlest ones are getting rocked, and their fins are getting bit up, and we keep having to separate them. So I gotta add to the school here pretty soon. Come get your Miss Bars. They're definitely pairing up. We have males and females of those. And the little tailbot damsels, still another friendly damsel. Here's another rabbit fish. This is either the 2-bar or the scribbled. It looks just like the other one, but it's not. But I think that's the 2-bar because the bar is more distinct. No, that's the scribbled. I don't know because they change color when I get close to them. Alright, those guys are honestly probably fine. They're just on hold because we had a scare with someone that came up from quarantine that didn't do so hot, but I have yet to figure out what's wrong with them. Sorry guys, I feel like it's just been like a month of having, or more, of having tanks on hold, but we take precautions. We have this giant Des Jardini sailfin tang. Another Scopus tang, but this one's super fat. And then this black clown. She's an adult. There's no other clown in here. I do not know if she ever had a pair. I don't know if she's the result of a clownfish divorce and she decided she needed to be alone, or if she just has been alone. I'm not sure. So you could always try to pair this one with a smaller clown that's a male if you guys wanted to try. Otherwise, if anyone just wants a nice, large, mature, single clownfish, that's a great option right there. Pigtail trigger is still here. We have a smaller Des Jardini sailfin. Still have this rabbit fish. This is the gold or orange spotted rabbit. There's a weird thing going on here with clowns. We have 3 clowns because they actually came in all together. There's this pair of Ocellaris that's a black with a regular orange. And the tomato clown. They are together. They came in together. And there's been a little bit of bickering between them, but honestly not that much. So they're breaking the norm, and that's cool. That's fine. Alright, macroalgae, what do we got? We have cactus caulerpa yet, which is one of the harder species of caulerpa, I will say, but it looks really cool, so it's worth a shot. More cactus caulerpa. We have a shaving brush that I probably need to do a water change on. And another piece of halimeta. Otherwise, the rest have sold. Okay, do a quick span of, let's see, where are we at in time? Oh, we're doing fine. Quick show some of the corals. These these are the frog spawn. These frog spawn are now priced out. These are the $100 ones. We have some pink ones and just this really, really nice fluffy green one. Another pink one. We have this gold octospawn Price on that guy is $100. I ran out of numbers and tags up there, so he is just tagged down below. I don't think anything else is new. We have Pallies, but I think I pointed them out before. Kara, that's a great question. So if there's a clown that's bigger than this one, like this is already pretty much full grown for a female. Anyone bigger than this is a female. So there's no way to actually tell if a clown is a male or a female other than size. I've yet to ever see an Ocellaris male get this big. And as soon as clowns are by themselves, they're going to start becoming females. The only way to ever guarantee you have a male is it's been in a pair forever and it's the smaller one, or it comes straight from a clutch like this, from, you know, the original clutch, the original harem. They call them a harem, but really they're all boys. And then the dominant ones, or if they become lonely by themselves, become the female. So if I put her with the bigger one, that bigger one's also going to be a female. One of them's going to die. She is much more likely to accept a baby that's going to be less dominant than her and is a boy. Yeah, I also wouldn't pair her with, like, oh, where's my Miss Bars? The biggest Miss Bar in here that's being naughty. I would not pair her with the biggest Miss Bar, because this Miss Bar, the biggest one in here, is like, I'm dominant, I want to be the girl, I'm starting to rock all of you, I have that big personality. If I take that big personality and put it with her, she's probably going to kill it, because she's going to like, nope, that's not your place. You're supposed to be the boy. Clowns are difficult. Smaller clownfish, yes. So as soon as a clownfish is alone ever, we say, sorry, I keep just walking back over here, we say always buy a smaller one. Even when people buy two clowns, I really try to have a size disparity. Like, I really want one that's bigger and one that's smaller. The best way to make sure your clowns, and still not a guarantee, like I would say the only time it's a guarantee your clowns are not going to divorce each other is after 3 years. 3 years is that point of like true sexual maturity for them. Yes, they hit sexual maturity technically younger than that. They can breed younger than that. But 3 years is that like sweet spot for them where they're like, all right, I'm an adult now. Probably not full grown yet, but I'm an adult. But the babies, you can sit back. I like to sit back here and watch if I have time with someone and like just see how they react with each other when they don't see us and they don't think there's feeding happening. And I see who's bullying who and who's in the background and who's also just swimming next to each other, and we get those two. Like right now I see some of them posturing a little bit where I'm like, all right, that's the dominant, and some that are just getting chased around, that's the submissive, and I'll get one of each of those. Great question. But yes, otherwise if you're trying to pair with your current clown, even if your current clown is maybe the male and your female jumped out or died for whatever reason, who knows, consider that smaller clown that was your male is now going to be the female, and get a smaller clown with it. Alright, so over here we still have that gem tang, and we have a royal grandma yet, and is that a flametail blenny? Yeah, flametail blenny. The Procula clowns, even though it says Ocellaris, I keep forgetting to change that tag. I remember I commented on that last time too. Some firefish. Another royal grandma. More clowns, more firefish. Joel, I'm not seeing who you're talking about up here. There is a flameback angel. Bicolor blenny. There's a mandarin in there. There's another royal grandma in there. Another flameback angel. Clowns. Those are Picassos. There's a Yasha Gobi in there who likes to hide, but during feeding time he shows his cute little face. Pictus blenny. Everyone in there went to bed. There's firefish. An Ocellaris pair. Where are these fish? I gotta double check this. I wonder if someone forgot to pull tags, because I see no fish in here. I'll double check on the Merle. Most of these guys are gonna hide, but not all of them. there's the Carpenter's Flasher Wrasse. He's so pretty. Purple Firefish. Pink Skunk Clowns. Another Royal Brahma. Oh, Joel, is it this one a Bengai Cardinal? Is this what you're talking about? I usually have more, but this is the only one left. The others sold. I bet that's the one you're talking about. That kind of looks like a star. Helfricki Firefish. The rarest and most sought after color. Also the most expensive. And there is a Lubbock's Fairy Wrasse, also known as a multicolor Fairy Wrasse back there. Joel, we figured it out! I don't know why I didn't think of that when you first said black and white fish. Probably because I was... This is one of the like bread and butter fish in the hobby. So I think I was thinking of like maybe more exotic. They do great by themselves or in pairs. They're also kind of like clowns. Try not to have a school of them. They will just pick each other off. They don't like friends. Okay, last few things. We do have Fido. And I have more back stock than this, so we're fully stocked in live Fido. We're fully stocked in Microbacter Start and Dr. Tim's and Herbal Start. We are so ready for all of you that are starting up your first saltwater tanks. We got lots of live bacteria, plus all of our, normal live rock. And that's all I have for you guys tonight. Joel, the comment just popped up again. The black and white bedazzled fish with the pretty fins. Yes, that is a perfect description of the Bengai Cardinal. I just didn't think of it. I apologize. All right, thanks everyone. Have a wonderful night. Happy Father's Day to you dads out there. Hopefully you got spoiled today by your kids. And I will see you all next week.